Mirage, which is a mega casino, is known for the volcano. It's an iconic figure here in Las Vegas, and many are upset. And what is it going to be replaced by? Well, the Hard Rock Casino is going to be buying out the Mirage, and they're going to replace it with the guitar. What? What's going on, YouTubers? Folks, I'm going to talk about a very interesting article today that came out. It actually came out last year, but the article I'm going to speak of came out recently, and really it's about what's happening with the Hard Rock International and also the MGM Resorts International striking a deal to buy the Mirage. Hard Rock International bought the Mirage from MGM Resorts International for $1.08 billion. And a lot of people were okay with that, right? It was very exciting. We had Hard Rock here before, but one of the problems we had is the volcano. The volcano may be replaced by a big guitar, and a lot of people are upset about that. They really don't like it. And they're signing a petition now. They have over 5,000 signatures on a petition to save the volcano. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But in this video, I'm going to talk about, what this volcano represents with Las Vegas, and should we replace the volcano with this big guitar with Hard Rock Casino and Hotel? Let's get right into this video. All right, so we have some angry people here in Las Vegas. It's not that many, though. I mean, you look at our population, we're growing to 3 million by the year 3035 is what they're saying now. And so there's a lot of people here. A lot of people come from other states, as we talked about. And I also want to throw this out there again. I'm a realtor and lender in Las Vegas. Check out LV Home Professionals. It's a great website to get started if you're buying a home. So I wanted to throw that in there because I do have a lot of people ask me, what do I do? And talk about with me on these comments on some of the videos and stuff that they reach out directly. And I tell them all the time, I'm a real estate agent. I have a lot of knowledge about what's going on in Las Vegas. I've been here over 20 years. So I want to go back into this article, and we'll talk a little bit about what I think is happening with the volcano and why people are so upset. Well, this petition that's going on, there's about a little over 5,000 people now that have signed this, and this has really struck a nerve with those people, right? They probably had some personal experience, emotional attachment to that volcano. And you get this a lot. Las Vegas has a lot of iconic figures and iconic themes that come around. And the casinos itself are already a theme that people remember. That it's etched into my mind about just different casinos and the layout. And then you look at things like, for me anyways, the roller coaster over at New York. That's always seemed like it's always a theme thing that you see with New York, and all the buildings that you see, together, condensed together. And then you also look at the Bellagio with the fountains. That's another big deal, right? And then let's talk about the Mirage and the volcano and what's going to happen. So a lot of people are signing this petition to keep it. People don't like change. I think a lot of people, it's very hard to embrace change, and it's hard to take away something that they're accustomed to. And I always say, I like change. But I also know that, this is 3 decades. This is, spread across as far as when the volcano started. And sometimes you just need a change up. Maybe you take the volcano, I would say, and put it maybe towards the end of the strip, right? Maybe just like its own little thing where people can go and, circle around it and take pictures and watch it. You look at the Mirage, and I love the Mirage. When I walked in, that's Siegfried and Roy. Beyond Siegfried and Roy, you had the Dolphins, you had the volcano. You walked into that casino, the Mirage. I mean, it was elegant. It had a lot of plants, a lot of green, really nice feeling to it. And when you see what Steve Wynn was trying to do with this casino, he was really ahead of his time. This is 1986. 3 decades this volcano spreads across how long it's been in existence. And so, for me, I was a very young kid, but I know that Mirage was on fire in its time. It had a lot of people, a lot of aura about the Mirage. Now, as time goes, though, other casinos get, built, other things happen. There's new concepts, new themes, new things that come out here in Las Vegas. It's very hard to be up to date with the newest being the latest and greatest as far as the casino goes. So same thing happened with, you look at the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock went through its own transition. You know, when I was younger, the Hard Rock was the place to be. Young crowd. I mean, that was a place to go there and you could talk to a lot of young girls, a lot of young people. There was a lot of good looking people at the pool, you know, rehab. I was there. Didn't go in the pool, didn't go in the water too much just because there was probably, I don't know, you never know what's going on in there, but a lot of oils going on in that pool. But overall, I mean, there was a lot of people that liked the Hard Rock. You had the Joint. I used to go see some concerts there. And so you really had a lot of things happening over at the Hard Rock, but yet it's off the Strip. And once the casino lost its luster, the Palms came out, then you had Aria, and you know, you got other things coming out that just clubs, day clubs. Every casino's got a day club now. I mean, there's nowhere you can't go in Las Vegas and you're not going to have that, you know, that feeling that these pools, they're all competing. So they're trying to be the next big thing, right? So Hard Rock going in there and buying out the Mirage and trying to put their own theme on this, I have no problem with that. You know, if I'm buying out a company, I understand there's an iconic, figure there with the volcano, but maybe take the volcano and put it in another place. There's a lot of growth that's needed when you get towards Sahara, right? Or towards down that area. I know they got the Resorts World. That would be like a perfect thing at the end of the Strip to make that a little bit more lively. People typically would go all the way to the Resorts World previously and stop. Maybe even put it, you know, across the street from the Strat. You know, the Strat needs more people going down there. Most people, when they went to the to the Sahara and then they went to the Strat, they would literally turn around before they got to that part of the Strip, just because it's not desirable as much. You know, a lot of investors didn't want to invest money into that part of the Strip. So maybe you take it and you keep the theme, but you put it somewhere else. Somebody was saying, you know, can we keep both? Can we keep the, you know, volcano and the big guitar? Well, probably, but is that really something that Hard Rock wants to go through and do? Because I think they're trying to be a prominent figure and have their own staple of what they're about in Las Vegas and come in with their new strategies, their new theme, their new ideas of creating that hospitality, overall great experience for people that want to come to Las Vegas. And, you know, it could be another place where you have these, you know, it's brand new. People want to try it out. Everything, you know, that's what it is. You get a new casino. They want to try it out. It has its run, and then you got to change it up. And that's what happens in Las Vegas. So I think that's what's happening now. And when you have these people signing this petition, I mean, look, I understand. It's iconic. I understand. And do I want it to go away? Absolutely not. But I also understand that it's a business. And if the volcano isn't in the plans of what the Hard Rock wants, take it out of there. You're going to have to move it, or it has to be gone. And I can understand both ways. I would prefer probably to have my own thing. I don't want to keep the Mirage and what they had and what their theme was. Maybe come up with something new. Maybe Las Vegas, the city itself, will come in and take over and help out with keeping that volcano around. You know, you look at the Hard Rock, they're doing nothing as changes. They have 3,500 people that they're going to keep on from the Mirage. They're just going to transfer and now become workers of the Hard Rock. And when you look at how many rooms this place has to offer, it's over 3,000 rooms. A lot of jobs. You know, they're not going to just come in and just take over and say, okay, everybody, you're out of here. They're just taking the same people. They're taking the same things that are in place for the most part, but they want their own theme to it. They want their own staple on this. So, yes, I understand why people would sign this petition. Emotionally involved. They're triggered, right? People feel that this volcano is part of Las Vegas, which it is. But there's a lot of things in Las Vegas that was here before we were here, and that's gone. And they've done well, right? So things always come to an end. Doesn't mean it has to stick around forever. And maybe it's something new and better that's going to come out. You look at technology, you look at things, innovative things that people are thinking about on the Strip, ways of really bringing an audience and bringing people in. And like I said, people always want the newest and latest casino, latest clubs, latest pools, latest everything. Everything's upgraded. They can always go back and say, hey, guess what? I tried out the Hard Rock. I was one of the first. This is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it. And, you know, that's what people want. They want something. They want change. So for me, I embrace change. I understand why people don't change. I was talking about this on a video where most people don't move out of their county. It's like 70% of people typically don't move away from their county. They might move, but they're not going to move out of the state or the county just because they're comfortable, they like familiarity, and that's what it's about. So maybe that's part of it, but I can see both sides. For me, I'm taking it out. I'm going to, hopefully Las Vegas looks at this thing and says, we'll put it at the end. And then I'm going to come in with my own theme. I'm not here to appease what somebody else's creation or ideas were. I'm coming in with my own ideas. This is Dan French. Sound off. Like the channel. Subscribe. We'll see you guys at the next one.